Everyone's going to hate me when I say this out loud, but we're going to do it together, okay? Let's go! Anna's Guide! I feel like I have to start mixing up how I start these episodes because they're all getting the same. And because of that, welcome to Anna's Guide. I'm Anna, your host, and I'm so happy that you're here because today we're chatting about getting out of a funk. And I know what you're thinking, how do I do that? Me too. I'm wondering the same thing, but the answer is I have the answers. Not always, but sometimes. I think in this topic, I kind of do because I feel like I shook a funk that I had in December of last year, and I've cracked the code on what I think it takes to get out of feeling like you are just falling behind, you can't mentally keep up. Maybe it's something with your space, maybe it's internal, maybe it's external, maybe it's your living. Who knows? But today I'm going to tell you my 3 ways that I get out of a funk, each under a category of in your home, in your mind, and in your body. So before we get into that topic today, we're going to be doing Anna's Rosebud Thorn, which I love this part of the episode. It's always my favorite. And this week, my Rosebud Thorns are kind of fun. I'm actually gonna start with my bud because it's happening today. And I'm sitting courtside at a basketball game. Guys, I have to figure out what I'm gonna wear. If you're not locked in on TikTok, you have to go check it out. I do an Anna's what not to wear. Remember that TV show when we were kids? I do that, except it's because I don't know what to wear. So we're gonna have to figure that out. And I feel like my inspo is the Hailey Bieber, Kendall, Gigi, vibe, the Bella Hadid of it all. Trying to just look like a cutie cool girl. And so that's my bud today. I'm excited to get dressed up. I'm excited to go out in public. I'm excited to go be courtside at a basketball game. That's my dream. My rose for this week is going to be that I got good news that I'm not gonna tell you yet. I know. Yeah, my rose is just that I feel like I got something really exciting this week that we are going to be talking about closer to July, probably, but it's fun to know when good things are coming, and I'm enjoying my rest now, but it won't last for long. Let's leave it there. And my thorn for this week. Oh, I know a perfect thorn, and I'm going to tell you guys, and we're going to try to actually, if you have the answer to this, you need to call the call line and tell me what to do because I'm struggling a little bit. I bought star jasmine, okay? Really beautiful, really fragrant plant. And I've put it on my balcony because my dream is to have it grow through the lattice of my balcony. I now have carpenter bees. Terrifying. If you don't know what that is, Google it right now. They're the size of my thumb. And they're all black and shiny, which means that they're women. And I love the feminine energy, but maybe not that close to me in bee form because I'm also allergic to bees. So that's the tea of this week is that I got star jasmine. I actually secretly thought of that. I was like, what happens if it attracts more bees and bugs? So I actually removed one and got rid of one of them. And the other one, somehow I got rid of it and it still bloomed, which means it must have dropped a couple seeds in the process. And it's grown so freaking fast. It's like a full tree on my balcony and I didn't even do anything. I'll be honest, I kill every plant that I own, not this one. That plant, God, she's so sad. I kill all of them and my job is to water that once every 15 days. How can you that up? I do every time. The starlit jasmine, I think it's called starlit jasmine, something like that. I haven't even watered it and it's still growing like a little star jasmine. Okay, I don't know what to do. But then I was sitting out there on my balcony enjoying the sunshine because LA got a random little sunny moment. And I heard this bzzz, the loudest, so loud. I thought it was a helicopter. Nope, carpenter bee. So I read online that they don't like citrus scents. So I might put a diffuser on my balcony of lemon and hope for the best. Apparently they're not vicious though. I don't think it's going to bite me and eat me. But unless they're provoked. And I mean, I'm pretty easily provoked, so I don't know what it takes for the bee. But that is my thorn of the week. And it also has to do with plants. Wait, that's so funny. Okay, cutie girl. Well, let's talk about it. This week's episode and this week's topic, which is Anna's Guide to a Spring Reset, Anna's Guide to Getting Out of a Funk. It's officially May, the 5th month of the year. We're almost halfway done with the year. That is sick in the head. But we're here. And I'm really, really happy that the sun is starting to shine a little more often. The days are getting longer. The sun is setting later. But with that comes this feeling of, I feel like the springtime turning to summer is my new year. It feels like we all have it ingrained in our brain what it was when we were kids going to school, that summertime is new year. That's how I feel about this time of year. I feel like I wake up and I'm just happier. But I want my place, I want my mind, I want my body to match that feeling. And so for me, I'm going to give you guys a quick little walkthrough and a quick breakdown of what it takes to spring reset. I feel like we need to purge all the things that made us sad in the winter. I, of course, live in Southern California, so I have sunshine year round, but that doesn't mean that the weather is always the summertime feeling. And even when the sun starts to set a little bit earlier, it still kind of weighs on me that I lose a lot of my day. But the first topic we're going to get into is a spring reset that has to do with the home. I feel like that's the easiest thing to alter. And as I've grown up, I've realized the impact that your home has on your overall well-being. I did a full episode topic about making your house a home because I think that it's so important to have a space that you feel confident and comfortable in. I remember the space that I lived in before this home was really small, not great lighting. I kind of just rushed the move-in process and picked out stuff really quickly so I could move in faster, and therefore wasn't really intentional about what I picked. Unfortunately for me, I fear I may have done the same thing in this space a little bit. Once I had this house, I was like, oh my God, I want to move in, I want to move in, I want to move in. And I picked out everything that I thought I needed right off the bat and therefore made my space feel a little bit cluttered. I wish I would have slowed down. I wish I would have taken my time. But the good news is that you can do that at any point in time. And the first start to making your house feel even better for your spring reset is maybe a house reset. It's not buying new furniture, but instead maybe moving around what you already have, changing which way your couch is facing, changing maybe which way your bed is facing. I feel like I've really been loving people who have been putting their beds underneath their windows. I don't know why I'm kind of into that look, and I think it kind of looks cool. Also with the house stuff is your closet. This is everyone's greatest fear. I can feel it. It just got awkward in this room. You know what I mean? The closet is the place where I feel like I am the first person to overflow, overclutter, and during the wintertime, pick outfits or pick items that I won't actually wear beyond this single season. That's my Achilles heel, That's my downfall. Grab a bucket and fill it with your winter clothes. Get rid of the sweaters that you're not going to wear this summer. Get rid of the items that just don't feel like they match the mood. You have a chance right now, as your spring reset, the beginning of May, to go on Pinterest and save all the girlies that you want to dress like. I have mine. My phone's not even close by, but I would show you if I could. I'm obsessed with the baggy shirt and the pajama pants and the gold jewelry and the sweater over the shoulders with the cute little round bag. The epitome of Anna. That's how I want to look this summer. Cutie girl, pastels, some stripes, some graphic tees. This is step 1. Make a mood board. Step 2. Go through your closet and remove all the items that aren't on the mood board. Don't get rid of them. That's just your winter grumpies closet, That's not your summer cutie girl closet. Save it for later or keep them stashed in the back of the closet. The best way to reset your room is to just pick what you want to look like and then do it. Who cares? Who's going to tell you no? Only you. So don't tell yourself no. Do it. It's really fun. And also, start putting flowers in your house. The greatest advice I could give you. When I have living things in my home, I feel alive. Okay? Pick out little colors. Maybe that's a new hobby, is making your own bouquets. I look up on Pinterest pretty bouquets, and then I go to Bristol Farms and I make the bouquets out of what I see there. New hobby unlocked. And usually if I buy all the flowers, I can make multiple bouquets and put one in my room, one in my guest room, one on my dining room table, one in my kitchen. Slay. That's iconic, and I love her. My boyfriend's little sister just got engaged, and you know what the first thing is that's on her mind? A bachelorette party, which means I'm trying to help plan because I want to get her in a great spot, and I think the secret to a great bachelorette party is having an Airbnb, because that means that we can all stay together, all the girlies in the same place. It means that we get more communal spaces, a bit more privacy from the world, and most of all, we can do it right with Airbnb. I've had some incredible Airbnb experiences inside the country and outside of the country. And I think the one thing that I always love about it, and the first that comes to mind, is actually a bachelorette party that I did a few years ago with my friend Kaylee. The best part is that we got there early. We got to prep the space before all the other girls came. And it kind of felt like we were living in our own girls' getaway house for an entire weekend in Chicago. Some trips really are just better in an Airbnb. The next part of our spring reset is doing things that are physical. This actually applies to so many different topics, and physical and mental may overlap a little bit. I'm warning you if you're listening now. We're going to see what happens. What I'm thinking physically, though, is you need to give yourself something to look forward to. And this I think is really, really important. This is what I'm feeling right now. I just gave my rose for this week and it was something that I'm looking forward to. Okay. It's like that I got good news and it's something that I'm futuristically dreaming of. But I think when you're thinking of things to look forward to, it's two things. One that's happening soon and one that's happening later, or like one big, one small, and start with that. I think you will end up having multiple smalls before you have your big. Also, the reason I say you need one big and one small is because you cannot spend your summer waiting for the big one to happen. Don't set a goal of like, okay, the thing that I'm looking forward to is I'm making this bougie, so bear with me. Okay, this is what I would really look forward to. I don't even think I'm doing this summer. The thing that I'm really looking forward to this summer is a girls' trip to Italy, where we are on a yacht and South Italy, and we eat a lot of pasta, and there's a lot of beaches, and we're on the Mediterranean. Okay, that's my big goal. That's, let's say, 3 months out. I can't spend every day just waiting for that one. You got to do little things in between. Like this Sunday, I'm going with the girlies to a farmer's market. It actually costs me nothing because I'm also walking there. 0 gas. Amazing. You can pick hobbies and things to look forward to that don't cost you anything, but that give you some joy throughout your week to make the mundane feel less mundane. I don't do that every week. I would love to be a farmer's market girly every week. I travel too much. All the food would die. But what I do enjoy is getting to go on walks, get a little bit of sunshine, get quality time, get time with my girls, and be able to just like do something new. Also, like what I'm really looking forward to this summer is bike riding. That's a very general thing. Maybe I make it a goal that I do it once a week though. I really love going bike riding in LA. Don't ask me why. I feel like it could be super unsafe, but I'm thriving out here in the neighborhoods. If you see me on my bike, please honk. Or maybe don't, because that might scare me. I feel like if you have things that you're looking forward to coming out of the spring into the summer, it's going to make that time of year so much more enjoyable. I think when I feel my worst is when I get stuck in a rut of doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result, aka the definition of insanity. And the truth is that if you have something new, like could be even as simple as like go to get your nails done. That's something physical. Maybe that becomes a goal for you for the summer. 12 weeks for summer, let's say. I get my nails done every like 4 to 6 weeks. That's only 2 times I have to get my nails done. But if it makes me feel good, why not? It's the bomb diggity. And then also that's another physical thing that you can do. So not only having something to look forward to, but doing something nice for yourself. Get your hair done to get out of a funk. Get your nails done. Add a new body wash to your shower because it's going to make you have like the scent of summer. I actually am pretty ride or die for that. Pick a summer perfume. I have this one perfume that I got the year I graduated grad school. When was that? 2022. And I obviously still have it left because I only used it for the summer. I sprayed it recently and I like relived the summer that I wore it. You'd be surprised how much scent holds history. And when you get the chance to like smell that smell from the summer 2025 in summer 2028, and you're like, oh my gosh, I was so hot and it was so fun. And I went on that trip to Italy with the girls and we were on the Mediterranean and we were on a yacht. We had pasta. Okay. That's what I mean. It would hold such good things that like maybe when you're in your funk in the wintertime, you sniff that scent and it brings you back to life. So start your summer with a new smell. And another physical thing, hang on, guys, I have a whole list. Just buckle in. I also think a really important thing for physical is to get out of the house. I think that it's fresh air. And that kind of goes hand in hand with, like I was saying, my goal for summer is going bike riding. I think picking a new hobby for the summertime will do you a lot of justice. If you're feeling like you're just not feeling like yourself, you've got to pick something that you've always wanted to try and do it. And stick to it. A big regret of mine is that I really wanted to do pottery. And I feel like I've kind of lost my like rhythm of doing it often. I like still have my membership, but I never go to the studio to go use it, which is kind of sad. Why am I doing that? That's so silly goose of me. But you can always get back into it. And if you really want to do something, you have to put it in your schedule and say, hey, every Friday at 2 p.m. is me time. I'm going to go on my hot girl walk. I'm going to go do my pottery. I'm going to knit. I'm going to read my book. I'm going to go on my bike ride, like whatever it may be. So you have to really be sure that like when you're picking out your stuff to get out of a funk, you don't want it to feel mundane. You want it to feel like something you're looking forward to. And maybe that's every Friday. Maybe that's every Tuesday, Thursday. Maybe it's every weekend. Give yourself something to look forward to. That kind of still goes back to that same first idea, but having a new hobby that you're energized to learn is great. Also a hobby that I feel like we could all have a little fun on this summer, and this is just me sharing my passions with you, running. I think Runner Girl Summer is going to be really hot this year. I'm doing it. We don't even have to run fast or far. We can just run for fun. It rhymes. It's meant to be. So picking up a new exciting thing to just pour your heart into physically is another way to get into your spring reset and out of your funk. In case you haven't heard the good news, one of our favorite brands, Symbiotica, has officially launched their first ever liquid colostrum. No more 4 scoops a day, just one small liquid packet. And if you're wondering like I was, what is colostrum? It's actually the first milk produced by mammals after giving birth, and essentially nature's first superfood. It's packed with vitamins, minerals, and growth factors that are key for gut health and longevity. Symbiotica's liquid colostrum comes in handy for so many different key elements of my life. From gut health to skincare, it helps keep everything in my body moving the right way with all the incredible ingredients inside. From keeping away bloating to making sure that I'm glowing, I love that I can take something so simple and easy and it has such a big impact. Also, the growth factors within colostrum helps repair and strengthen intestinal lining, therefore reducing inflammation and soothing gut health. Symbiotica continues to outdo themselves. They never compromise on quality or sourcing, and it's something you can truly taste and feel in every packet. Plus, you guys are going to be obsessed with the flavor. It tasted just like cake batter. It's so good that it's truly hard to believe that it's good for me too. Try Symbiotica's liquid colostrum with this special offer today for our listeners. Go to symbiotica.com/Anna for 20% off your order and free shipping. That's symbiotica.com/Anna for 20% off your order and free shipping. The final pillar of a spring reset is actually maybe the most important, and that is the mental health aspect of feeling like yourself again. I feel like I get comments all the time of people being like, how do I feel better? What do you do? How do you bounce back? This is where I am, honestly. The cheesiest, most normal answer I'm going to give you is get yourself a fresh journal. I feel like there's something always nice about having a fresh journal. It makes me feel like I'm having a fresh start. All of this stuff that I dumped in a journal from the winter time or from when I was sad or not feeling like myself, I close the book and I move it on. And even though that feels like a very physical way to do that, it's also very symbolic to my brain. When I open up a fresh page, I feel like it's a chance for me to like have a new beginning and feel like myself and pour out new emotions or the emotions that I still haven't gotten over that I can't leave in the other book. So kind of cheesy, but I do think that's really important. And I think that journaling gives me the chance where you can not only express what you're thinking or what you're feeling and not feel judged for it, but I also think that it unlocks a lot of creativity and a lot of inspiration. And that's another thing I want to get into, is finding new creative inspirations in person and online. I think that if you have been in the wintertime, I think we've all been guilty of this too, because I'm literally just a girl. You like follow people that sometimes don't make you feel good anymore. And if you have people like that going into summer, there is nothing wrong with muting or unfollowing. Whether it's someone you go to high school with, whether it's like a creator, whether it's somebody who just feels like they're not matching your vibe anymore, or they're not on the same energy wavelength as you are, or they're not pushing you to be a better person. I feel like I love following people online who make me feel strong. Okay? A great example, Christina Kirkman. That's one of my favorite people to follow online. I'm so lucky that I actually am friends with her in real life too, but prior to even meeting her in person, she's just like cool and tough and edgy and fun and exciting. And she is exactly that person in person as well, which makes it even easier to follow her online. But sometimes when I feel like I'm lacking my confidence, I watch her be confident and it makes me feel better. So find those people for yourself going into the summer and follow them and let them encourage you and let them have you try new things and do new things that make you feel better as an individual too. Because kind of staying in the gloom room of like, oh, I wish I was more like this person, or I wish I had their summer, or I wish I could be. It's one thing to look up to someone and another thing to like envy someone to the point that it's not healthy for you anymore. And I think that that's the line that we have to draw going into a spring reset, is remove the stuff that sits on your brain that doesn't make you feel good anymore. If we want to have fun, we have to have a clear mind and like a clear goal. Consume less, create more. Okay. Also that. I also think pull out your planner from January 26th when you stopped writing in it. That's when I stopped writing in mine, and I got a whiteboard that day. So that kind of acts as my planner now. I have a big old whiteboard in my dining room that I literally write my notes on every single day for what my ideas are, what I want to complete, what's on my mind for the whole week. But pull your planner back out. Look at your weeks, put in everything that you do have to do this summer, and then be sure to fill your time with things that are fun. Don't burn yourself out, but don't let the summer slip by, okay? And that's also feels like a physical one to do, but having that like mental checklist of here are all the things I want to achieve, here's what I want to accomplish, and live the summer 1 week at a time, enjoying every moment of what you can get out of a week. Also, setting a personal goal that doesn't have to be something physical. I was talking about like one big thing, one little thing to look forward to. This is like actually the goal, okay? The bike riding goal. This is where I knew this would get a little bit back and forth between physical and mental. My bike riding goal is going to be good for my mental health. My running goals are going to be good for my mental health. Sticking to the fact that I want to write in my journal every single day, good for my mental health. Reading my book, maybe you set a goal of reading 5 books this summer, okay? That's a good thing. Have a goal that you know is not so far out of reach that it makes you feel intimidated to start for it, but is something that lets you push yourself to do so that way you feel really empowered when you complete it. That's another huge thing that has a major effect on my mental health, is feeling like I'm achieving things. I think that that's why I love school, is because I felt like I was like getting good grades and turning in homework and had something that was consistently making me do stuff and check in. You setting goals for yourself is that same system. It's that same wavelength of like, here are all things that I want to achieve and get done before going into the new year. Now, if we want to take a look at what I'm planning to do for my summer reset, I'll give you a full breakdown, okay? This doesn't even involve this book anymore. For Anna's summer reset, if I had to, or I guess it's kind of like I've been saying spring and summer because right now LA kind of always feels like spring and then it feels like summer, you know? So like we kind of have like funky weather here, but I feel like this is our spring going into summer time frame. I feel like if I could picture perfect my summer reset, spring reset, it's going to start with my home. First off, I already got 4 bins of stuff and I want to declutter. I feel like I end up getting a lot of items that I just don't really use, or I use for like a short amount of time. A perfect example is like I did that coffee shop. I have so many things for hosting, but I don't need it out all the time. I gotta just like put that away and tuck it in my back closet underneath my stairs. Okay? Things like that. I feel like everyone's gonna hate me when I say this out loud, but we're gonna do it together, okay? I hate my couch in my living room. I love my couch in my living room for what it is. I love the size. I love the comfort. I love the shape. I love how many people fit on it. I don't like the color. And everyone hates me when I say that because everyone loves that couch. Even me. Guys, if Brew and I fall asleep on my couch, I am there till 5 a.m. I sleep full nights on my couch in my living room. It's that good. But God, I wish it was more cream. I just wish that it was a warmer color. It doesn't go with the rest of the house. And as much as it hurts to say it out loud, I will get rid of it this summer. I'm going to change it because it is something that has weighed on me for at least 7 months. I look at it and I say, I love you so much, but I also, you're not for me. It's like a toxic relationship where it's like, I want to hang on to it because I enjoy it, but like it's not happening. What else did I do with my spring reset? I actually do really want to like redo the interior of my home just a little bit. Not actually, I think it's less about buying new things and more about organizing them in a good way. And my sister offered to help me with that, which is really exciting. So that's gonna be part of my spring reset. For my closet, the declutter, the getting rid of the winter clothes. I have 2 closets of jackets right now. I live somewhere that it doesn't get under 60 degrees outside. Why do I have so many jackets? Can't explain it, but that's also something that I want to get rid of. And that will be the extent of my home reset. If I really wanted to go a little bit further into this, actually, this is going to be a physical one. A physical goal of mine is going to be cooking. I'm going to cook this summer, every night, a meal. Or I'm going to say every day a meal because maybe I cook my lunches instead of my dinners. I really want to get good at making healthy meals, not like, I'm not even saying healthy as in like salads only. I'm talking like I want to make cool little Mediterranean bowls and like orzo bowls and like make really fun, like, I don't know, like pasta from scratch or like, guys, this is how you can tell that I don't know how to cook because I can't even list meals. I have the same 5 comfort restaurants I order from every single week in LA. That's horrible. I'm living in the mundane. And it's also so bad to order food every night. It's too accessible in LA. Uber Eats and DoorDash is too easy in the city. And also like picking up meals, I can order from any restaurant in LA and do a pickup. Everywhere does it. But I need to be my own chef. Yes, chef. So I'm going to do it this summer. I can feel that is my physical thing, and honestly mental goal is learning how to cook better. Also on the physical front, I love how I feel after this past month. The month of April was definitely my fitness era. I had my triathlon and my marathon. I love how I feel physically. I like how I look physically. I feel very good in my skin. It's boosted my confidence a lot. I think keeping up and maintaining that, even though I don't have something new on the agenda, that's what's also in my game plan, is giving myself something to look forward to in my fitness space. I really want to do an Ironman. Not a full one, like a 73. And for somebody who doesn't know what a 73 is, that is the mile distance that you go. It is a 13-mile sprint, a marathon, a half marathon distance, 13.1. It's a 50-mile bike and a 1.2-mile swim. I don't know if that's exactly the numbers either, but it adds up to being 70.3 miles. So I would love to do that. I don't know if I'm going to do it now or if I'm going to do it next year, but the casual, consistent training is going to be fun. I also really want to do a triathlon in Michigan and a triathlon in Chicago while it's warm out, because I love Lake Michigan. I think it'd be really fun to swim in the lakes as the opening for the triathlon. So we'll see. Also, I want to surf this summer. I have 3 surfboards sitting in the corner of this room that you can't even see. That's a huge goal of mine. I finally got a car that's big enough to fit my surfboards without having to have a little back window open, or I'm going to get a little guys, oh my God, wait, now we're actually unpacking all of Anna's goals for this summer. Let's actually get comfortable. I really want to go surfing more often. I want to make it a thing that I go every Friday morning. I think that would be lovely for me and my brain. Thing number 2, I want to go camping. I have a pop-up camper that I've never used that goes on the top of my car. I just got a new car and I want to put the pop-up camper on top of the new car. How fun would that be? And then also, additionally, the fire pit on my rooftop. I really want to pop off on my rooftop. And I kind of want to do game nights at my house, or host cutie little parties, or do the coffee shop thing again, and just not even for my birthday, just for fun. And I think the last pillar is on my mental health side. I feel like all of those things would have a major impact on my mental health. Doing the morning surf would kind of be my version of meditation. I love being out in the ocean. I love just being in the water, and I like swimming, and I like how quiet and calm it is, especially in the morning in California. I think maybe that would be a big mental health one for me, is waking up earlier in the morning. I'm an early bird naturally. I wake up at right around 6:37 every morning without an alarm clock. And I love that, but I think maybe not checking my phone right when I wake up would be a really good thing to implement for the summer. Or maybe starting every day with my wake up and just make my cup of coffee and sit outside. I think that would be my big mental health goal, which is so simple, but I genuinely think would make a huge difference in the long run. Now that we know what I'm doing on my spring reset, I want to know what your most unhinged spring reset advice is. And I'm not talking wake up and don't check my phone and go sit on the rooftop and drink my coffee for 15 minutes. I feel like if you've seen this trend on TikTok, it makes me cackle at the comment sections, and this is your chance to be a part of my comment section. As always, you can always call our phone line at 323-433-0683 and get a chance to give us your advice. Let's turn the table and hear what you have to say with caller number 1.
Hi, Anna. This is Kelsey from Kentucky.
Hey, Kelsey.
I just saw your Instagram story asking what my spring reset is. And I just want to say I don't make a habit of doing this every year, obviously, but I just broke up with my fiance of 2 years and my boyfriend of 4 years about 2 weeks ago, and I have never felt more free. I'm calling it my spring reset, and now I'm only doing things that make me happy, and I have never been happier in my life.
Okay,
I'm doing
I love this for you.
This year. I'm dressing how I want to. I'm talking to who I want to, and I'm just enjoying life. And it's a beautiful day.
Woo!
So I hope you have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for spreading all your positivity. Bye. Love you.
Love you. Oh my God, Kelsey, wait for a second. I thought you were revealing that you had a boyfriend and fiance at the same time. And that is why my jaw dropped. But now learning that you're just having a hot girl summer, I love this for you. And I also think that I agree. You should dress how you want, have the summer that you want, enjoy yourself. It should be freeing. And even you saying that you get to dress how you want, I feel says enough about the person that you were with not probably being the right person. Because I spent a summer dating somebody who definitely told me how to dress, and it was a big old thumbs down. So Yes, girl. Literally queen energy. That's so hot girl summer. And I love that for you. Oh my God. I love you so much. Thank you, Kelsey, for calling in. Okay. Let's hear another caller.
Hi, Anna. This is Kate from Maine.
Woo!
I hope you're having a wonderful week. I recently saw your Instagram post about the most unhinged spring hack or reset, and I recently just did that. It was my day off from work, and I am finally enjoying the beautiful spring weather that we're having here in New England. And the first thing I did was I got up at 5 a.m, drove an hour away from where I live to go hiking on a mountain.
Oh my gosh.
And it was just amazing. I hope you have a wonderful week and weekend. Hope to see your new videos soon. Bye.
Thanks for calling in, Kate. Oh my gosh. I can't wait for you to see my new videos too soon. Oh my gosh. That's actually iconic. That is a great spring reset. I feel like a morning hike, like we were just talking about, the calmness of the world earlier in the morning. I feel like that's a great way to like reset, is like feel like you're the only person awake on the planet. I love that energy. And I love that for you, Kate. And I hope you have a whole summer of good weather over in Maine. I really want to go to Maine this summer. That's also a bucket list spot to visit. Also because I love Noah Khan. And let's hear one more, just for funsies.
Hey, Anna, it's Bailey. So you said you wanted, like, your most unhinged, like, spring reset. I honestly don't have a lot, and
That's fair.
I really am kind of in a phase of my life right now where I think I kind of just need a reset. Like, I'm in college, and a bunch of stuff has happened this past semester that I just need to, like, wash away.
Mood.
And so I think one big thing I'm going to do this spring is clean out my camera roll and all of the
That's a
stuff
good
I have
one.
on my computer. My phone is screaming at me every time I take a picture that I have like way too much stuff in there and I need to start getting rid of it. And also every springtime is when I usually get back into running. So
Love! Runner
I'm
girl
excited
summer.
to do that, but I think cleaning out your camera roll is like the biggest one. And also just like out with the old and out the new kind of thing. But I love you. Thanks. Keep making content. Yeah, hopefully this helped.
Thank you, Bailey. I love you too. Oh my gosh, wait. Also, I feel that like the camera roll clean out is such a mood. I feel like, I don't know if anybody else has this issue. I take way too many screenshots. I need to like screenshot clean out my camera roll. Like, yes, it's inspo, but why can't I save it somewhere better than just like leaving it floating through all of my stuff? I totally agree that I feel like a camera roll clean out gives you like a fresh new album to fill up for the summertime and make all those new memories. So Bailey, I hope you get the chance to do that. And I hope your camera roll is so fresh and new and all of those semester things wash away because it's the start of a new season and we're doing it right. And with that, I am so happy that you guys are here. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. Don't forget that you can follow along at the Anna Guide on Instagram and TikTok and my personal Instagram at AnnaXitar. Stay tuned for next week's episode where we talk about such fun things. And don't forget to rate and review Anna's Guide wherever you get your podcasts. You can also get the video versions of all these episodes over on YouTube. So I love you so dearly and I can't wait to see you next week. That's a wrap. Bye, guys.